Don't you love it when they start out and they say, go live, go live, go live? What do you mean live? Be livid, be livid, be livid, go live. Imagine if we took word for word as everything is. Oh man, I wish I had a studio and I was doing this, that I don't have to be on top of myself. All day long, I'm putting things back in order. The seven sides of a human being. We never know exactly who we are, or we can't stop being. Let me just put this to the camera. Can you be wrong? Can you be right? Can you be right at the same time you're being wrong? Can you be right about something but being told that you're wrong and end up being wrong because the story gets twisted and they didn't understand the story you were talking about, so therefore you're wrong because you're on the wrong story? Anyways, let's leave that out. I got the tie here all tied up. You ever see that when somebody dies, and apparently the Hebrews, they cut the tie this way. So what are they cutting when they cut the tie? Well, according to what I see as symbolism, okay, just let me fix this a little bit. For me, the French and the English is everything. You know, I can use all the other languages to tie up little knots everywhere. Started this video off trying to explain that, you know, my version of a human being, that even in being what needs to be done for the universe to work, or for your universe to work, giving all your love, that the main universe that will continue to give love doesn't take care of itself, or is not sure how to take care of itself, or cannot manage taking care of itself because it's too busy over giving themselves. And therefore, what happens? You extinguish into ash within inside yourself, and you can never stay happy, or everything looks gloomy, because we just have to keep on dreaming. By dreaming, you lift yourself up and over to another realm of a possibility in which we can create right now. So let's take this into a dreamland. Let's pretend this is all cartoon, and let's pretend that we all were seeing things the same way in a 360-degree understanding. Or is it a 180-degree understanding? Knowing what's on the other side? The truth of knowing what's on the other side is preparing now for the future, the first 180, and looking back on your actions and what happened in the last 180. 180, 180. One is up, one is down. One is on the horizon and coming in, and one took the sunset. That is the D.Na twist. It's a 3-1-3-1-3-1 twist. I wish I can create that design. I cannot right now. I don't know how to do it. Another way to get 3-1-3-1 is, which creates a heart, because there's three major pieces to the heart. And then the one piece, the one V, the empty space, the one empty space to the three spaces. Little confusing, right? Very confusing. Here's a basic heart. We can do it this way, and we can, oh God, how do I do it the other way? I don't remember. Well, this way is we put together 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And within it, we create the pi position. And through there, okay, comes the spirit. And then you connect. So the total we have is 6 and 1 through the 7th gate, which is portrayed right here. And when you go through, right, if you have 1, 2, 3 on this side, 9, 6, and 1, 2, 3 on this side, 6. So you have 6, 1, 6 coming out the other side. And then there's 2 cubes,
1, 6. So you'll have 6, 7, 13, 14, and 20. And these three connect to the Mayan calendar. These two are what is associated to what creates what is the seventh gate. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 will create 6 and 8. It is actually the seventh upper gate. And the reason for that, when you take the two cubes together and you use 6, you will flip it over and you get 8. Or you'll take 4 and 2, getting 6. When you flip it over, you get 5 and 3, 8. Now, what happens is this. 4, I'm just trying to remember. Yes, 4 and 2, 6 and 8. Take a look. They create a divided red cross. They create what will connect over here, okay, is going to be 1 and 9, and here is going to be 3 and 7. And that is what is known to be what I call the Mars planet. This connection over here, the fourth planet. It's what happens when A plus B plus C plus D. When you have D, here it is. You have B and B creating D. You do not have A and C creating D, do you? If you had A and C creating D, you'd have a dot inside of it. So if A and C is creating what is D, then here would be your C, and within it is A, in igniting what is D. So what is happening between these two? This is the E world. The distance between these two centers at 3.5. Electric, electric, electric company. 6 and 5. 3 void 6, 4 void 5, 6 and 5. 3 and 4 is 7, 7 come 11. They're always calling 7 come 11. 7 come 11. So where am I going with this? There's so many scenarios going on. So what I wanted to show you is off the calculator. Give me a calculator. So what happens is 2, 4 create what is above is below. And if it was like this, this and this would be above, this and this would be below. And then you'd have 1 cube here, and then you can create 1 cube here. Now, if this was to be drawn on paper, it would actually look like this. And although you see the cube, the skeleton of the cube is the hexagon. And in between what is the hexagon is the Y letter. Earth is inside the hexagon. The numeric value in connection to Jack, to the word earth, to the heart, is inside of X. Now, if you take a close look, here is one of them, but the bottom side of the cube is over here. So it's Y over Y. The only time we ever say Y over Y is when we say YZY. And that will end up to be the 25th letter, the 26th letter, and the 27th letter, but I'm going to go back to 25 again because that's a drill value, giving me 787, or the gateway in rotation, the cube. 1331, and 1331 of chance is that 11 times 11 equals 121, which is also the creation of 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, equaling 1, 2, and 1. Times 11 equals 1331. 3 plus 3 equals to 9. 3 plus 3, 3 times 3, we now get this. 3 plus 3, we now get this. So in the star system rotation of birth, light, and spirit, noting that Y, I added and I multiplied. Here, when you multiply, all I need is 1 square to multiply it. But to add it, I must use 4 squares. Now you can say, what if? What if we work this way? You mean, what if I turn my page? On what angle did I just turn my page? I need to know. You see, this is not a square page. Would it be said that I turn my page? See, here's my cube this way. Let's see how I turn the page. Remember, a child, you have to be very young to learn all of this. Very young. This was supposed to be taught to us, I believe, right with the alphabet. So now we turn the page like this. And what angle do I get? What angle do I just can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I just count. I'm thinking I got a 45-degree angle. I believe if I put it on a 45-degree angle, look how much I'd like to be able to mark this. What happens to whoop? I want to mark what happens to my book. Let's get this perfect angle. I'm going to mark what happens to my book here. What happens to the book here? What happens? Because this is standard. This is part of standard. Do you understand what standard is? Standard is ABC creation. First, second, third. It's the first of their kind, but it doesn't happen all the way to 100. And here's the other one. So here is what my book looks like. So if I put this over here, I'm now starting to have open angles. What is this angle now? And this angle and this angle. And understand that when it's on this angle, this is how the N, H, I, and Z Union Jack is created from this. And here we have to have a connection. Either it's these two are either together and then this is connected, or there's a piece that connects this, and this would be like in the middle of this. Anyways, I think I'm going a little overboard in that explanation. It is 11 minutes in. I'm running to get a quick drink into the kitchen. I'm going to check out what's happening online, and I'm going to continue with a design that I'm putting up here. Let me go see into, let me see what's happening. Let me see. It says I'm live, 3 currently watching. When do the numbers talk? So yes, I want to go back to the video I'm on, which is right here. I'm gonna have to duplicate the tab. I want to go back to no. Just give me a second. Okay. Let me see. Edit. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna just post this. Just give me a second. Copy. Okay. Copy. I'm gonna put it over here. Paste. I think we read that already. Then I'm gonna go over here and paste and comment. Now, I'm going to get that drink. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to give you something to maybe ponder on. Let me go back and see if I have a banner here. Let me see if I have a banner here. Try and understand that. That's Tesla.
I'll be there in 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's continue. I'm not sure who's here. Here it shows 3 people and nobody says anything. So just give me a second to check this all out. I'm not sure if anybody's ever seen this before, but, and I'm not sure if you're new to my channel, but I'm going to give you the basis of the channel before I go further on. If you don't want to hear it, I won't say it. For me, my basic look at things is that all the numbers connect somehow. How is our number system been set up? Is there a setup? Can I find anything that will open up the can of peas? Imagine you have 1 can of peas. 1 can. Now you open it up. Well, hold on a second. You have a can. You open it up. Means you have a top and a bottom. You have a top and a bottom and 4 sides. Well, if it's round, the can, what do you have? You open it up, you got thousands of peas inside the can of peas. Oh my God. So it's the same thing for a letter. With a letter, you can use it in a word, in a 1-letter word, in a 2-letter word, in a 3-letter word, and all of a sudden, that letter is involved in a syllable. Oh, wait a second. It's a capitalist because it's first at the beginning of a sentence. And you know what? At the end of every sentence, there's a period. Must be the 28th day when you put that period at the end of the sentence. It really doesn't matter how many words. How many words constitutes a sentence? And usually a sentence is 25 because they say 25 years to life. The life sentence. So now I know at the end of a sentence, you put a period. It's 25 years to life. 25 is Jack. It is the plug. Number 25 is the king and the queen. The 13th and the 12th, that is the closest you can get. That is 25. The furthest you can get is 1 and 24. That is 25. The 24th key on the piano keyboard is center C, which is inverted starting from right to left. It's number 29. 29 is your birth from A.D. That's Pluto. In the spirit of 76 because the cube ended up getting turned this way. And remember, we have 8 corners, 4 and 4. The cube turns this way, it turns this way. And then it turns this way. It turns this way, it turns this way, and it turns this way. That's 3. If it turns 3, there are 6 center cubes. And if it turns 3, there are 12, 4, 4, and 4 double colors. So that's 12. And the 8 is 20, and the 6 in the center equals to 26 faces. 26 cubes. That's all you have. 26 cubes. If I count area space, you have 26 area space, plus you have the spindle that is in the center of this cube. So let's further on how our numbers evolve. Since Fibonacci starts with 1 and 1, we are going to have to understand a little bit more about 1 and 1. Maybe I'll put this up here. It'll stay steadier in my hand. A little bit of light, perhaps, over here. So now we have Fibonacci 1 and 1. It can also be created from 5 and 6. Well, let's see what 1 and 1 does. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals, and I need a little help with this because I have an X over here, okay, and now I have this over here. Now, am I supposed to put these two together? Well, I'm going to ask myself a question. When you look at your telephone,
When you look at your telephone, you have an extra line down here, the fourth line, and it's usually like that. So I say, the fourth line are the tools. It's the toolbox. What do you do with the toolbox? Well, I see a star. So I'm going to go, boom, there's my star. Boom, there's my star. Boom, there's my star. I'm not going to do the other one, but I should because that's my addition. That's my star. And at the same time, look at that. My pound key and my star came together. Now, where's my 0? Where's my 0? Where my 0 is right here. Now, the question is, if you're talking 0, 00, whoop, 0, 00. Your 0, 00 are representing the moons. I mean, according to the way I understand it, or it's actually going to represent the spirit. The question I ask myself is that when you look at the 9 card, in the 9 card, you have this image over here in the center. Only the 9 is in the center. So if you run down this being a card all the way to down here, you will end up with A, B, C, and you will end up with A, B, C. But this ABC is not the same as this ABC, because this one is a negative ABC and this one is a positive ABC. According to the game of roulette, number 10, which would show up in this position, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. Number 11, which shows up in the O position. Number 11 showing up in Mars, 11 and 15, KO, showing up together. This next move and this next move. And these are polars of each other. So these match. They come together because these are polars. Then are these polars? This is 2 and 6. So what happens through 11 is we end up with this number over here. Let me put this over here. And since this is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, the next one, if I use it as 11, how would I get 11? Ways to get 11. The real way to get 11, the first, from 11 to get 11, okay, from 11 to get 11, this is your basic inside. So this is the core. There's many cores that come together with reason. This is your core of your first creation of 11. 1 times 1 Fibonacci style, 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 2. This is what your 11 will do. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal to 3 and 2. 3 plus 2, 3 times 2 will equal 5 and 6. So here's your first one. Here's your second one. Here's your third one. And boom, D takes you over to the other side. 5 and 6 equals to 11. Why don't I go multiply? Because if I multiply, I create a quarter life. That quarter life, okay, has a 35 to 1 value. Make it whole equals to 140 plus the 4 equals to 144, or 12 by 12 equals to 144. Or if you want to go 120 and 120, what happens when that? If you add up 1 to 15, it will equal to 120. If you add up A over to O. So if you have a combination in the alphabet of A and O, you're going to understand this scenario through this gateway and what it does. And this would be the game of pool. All zeros equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. We're not going to make it equal to 2 because that's less than whole. 4 is the minimum. But the reality is it is 0, knowing that the single dot is inside. It is the heavens, but is the heavens of birth. And it gets inverted from an 8 to a 6 to an 8, depending if you're looking at 1 cube or 2 cubes. See, with 2 cubes, it's automatically an 8. And you're going to put together the 4 and 2, 6 to create the 5 and 3, 8. And the reason for the 4 times and the understanding to that is that there's 1,440 minutes in a day. Right? Now, since we're the half-life, the minute we actually get to the third day, the second day, we have 2880. Okay, And the third day, we have 4320, our vibration. And in between these 2 days, we have 2160. And over here, we have 3600, if I get that right. First day, second day, third day. Is that what day is it? So this is 1, 2, 3. And this is a day and a quarter, a day, day and a half, 2 days, 2.5, 3 days. This is 720. So this is 1.5 days, and this is 2.5 days. Okay, so now what is after this is 5760. I'm going to explain to you the importance and what it means. You can divert to see what you think is the importance of it. I don't know, my camera doesn't seem like it's working very good. Let me see if I can. Still trying to just focus on my. Well, nothing's really working. Okay, I mean, I don't like it's not giving me clarity. I'm not happy with this. Should I put the camera down like this? Or should I take it away? I think I need more light, right? Is that what we need? Should I get a little bit more light? Should I do that? Is that too much light? Is that okay? Maybe it's me. Let me make the camera a little bit bigger for myself. Let me just check this out here. Okay, so do you follow where I'm getting with this? Let me see. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm trying to. Okay. Right. So let me get back into where we are with this. So now what we did is we had our 1 day, we had our 2 days, we had our 3 days, we had our 4 days, we had the 1.5 days, we had the 2.5 days. And in between here and here, there's going to be the quarter days, okay, and they're going to be the 360s. The 360 from here equals to 2520. Remember 252. I forget where else it shows up. And take away 25 from here will equal to 3140. 3140. Was that what it is? 3240. Okay, this was 18 by 18. It's part of the vibration. It's part of the heavens. It's part of the heavens. Okay, Mercury heavens, 10, D. It comes to the inverted heavens. You see, A, B, C is standard. It's standard. When you get to D, you complete the entire cube. 1 completes the entire cube. This becomes whole. This becomes whole. It is your portal. So that is your passage. That's the way I want to look at it right now. Maybe just forget what I just said. Just remember one thing. A, B, C equals to 6. When you add 4, it equals to 1. You have created E5? The void. Actually, the void is 4. The difference is 5. The void is 4. The difference is the 5 dots. The 4 dot and the void is 5. So we have to understand how the dots are going to go with the voids, and the dots are going to go with the voids. Inside of here, 2, 4, 6, 8 is missing, and inside of here, the same thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, just with 1 dot. To note that A, B, C, D are what created everything. The only thing we're going to be left to play with is 5 and 6. Everything else, there's other, how can I explain this? Wow. I'm talking about things I wasn't on that subject, so let's just wipe that clean. I just want to show you what this is. The moon is 2160, or 9 times 240, or the 24 hours in the day. That 24 is what creates what is the gate. Between 6 and 8 is the gate. It is the spirit of 76. The odds in the casino on 6 and 8 come out to 7 and 6, which is created by 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. The invert of 1, 6 to the higher world is 9 and 4, 13. 7 and 13 is part of that A.N.D gear. 2 and 4 is one way. 6 and 8 is another way. 6 and 2 is 4 and 8. What 4 and 8 is Pluto. Sun, Pluto, Sun, buy and sell. A buy sell, a two-way telephone is a buy sell. 2 and 6, right? A two-way telephone is a buy sell. 2 and 6 is the queen. It is the card. It is the game. It is what connects. What connects 2 and 8 will create 2 and 6. That will keep going in this style here through the moon. You notice this is a T. So this is a T one way. We're going to have a T another way. I like to think that this is the docking station. And then we have other numbers that flip all around it. Then we connect all the 4 numbers together. Like if I connected this with 3 other 9s, it'd be 27 and 9. And I connect this with 3 other 7s, it'd be 21 and 7. And then I connect this with 3 other. Did you follow what I'm saying? Anyways, so this becomes the second day. This is the moon, which is 1.5 times. The numeric value for Mars is this number over here. And it comes into what is and how it is created, the diameter of our moon. Just a coincidence. To where it comes in and Earth runs at quarter cycles of 360, 4 times 360, okay, which is also 4 times 90 equals 360 times 4 times 4 equals there are 16 times 90 in our day of 1440 minutes, in which 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 equals to 30 plus what is 11 equals to 41. This is 141. There's another way to create 14. We're not going to get into that right now. If I minused it, it would be 29. It would be the same thing as running 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 equals 6 times 6 equals 42 plus 7 equals to 13 plus 13 equals to 55 minus 13 equals to 29. So now we have a tree, we have branches, we have things that are growing. Give me 1 second. No, my computer is just not going right. Just not. It's just not. It's not focusing. It's never this hard. Okay, I'm going to have to hold it in my hand. It's too far away from the table. This is way better. Okay, so we create it again, 41. Grover Cleveland, Grover on Sesame Street. Okay, he's walking around and he's holding up a sign. There he is. 411-4. 411-4. So, 411-4. So you go A, B, C, D equals to 10. All you have left is E, F equals to 11. So what is it? It's A, B, C, D. 10, 10, and inside is 11, 11. E, F, F, E. 5, 6, 6, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6. But yet the world we were in is 5775. So why is the 11 missing from this one over here? What is 5 and 6? 5 and 6 base value, if you want to look at a little bit of art, is that, I've done this before. So if you're going to connect what many people keep talking about, 1, 3, and 5, if you want to see what 1, 3, and 5 is, 1, 3, and 5 holds their home, holds their zone. Okay. I'm not really sure which way I should be designing this. Should I be designing it at all? I'm not really sure. But I want to give it a little bit more form. Okay, so I want to give it a little bit more form. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to create number 7. Now what happens? Here's the center. 3 lines shows a center of 2. 3 lines. 3 lines. The center is the divide of 2 area. Area equaling to 25. R.E in between A and A. Sorry about that. It's a little far away. So when you're looking at this, you can also ask yourself the question, how many cubic are we away? How many cubics are we away? Because the artwork and the numbers associate, must create. It is what it is. You notice how high I had to go for this one? Maybe I didn't. Did I have to go that high? For this one looks way too high. Wow, why does this block look so much bigger than the other? I need a little bit more light. Can I just get a little bit more light? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's more like that. Wow, I don't have any more whiteouts. Help, no more whiteouts. Oh my God, here's a purple. So, yeah, and they're cubes. I mean, come on. They're cubes, right? They're cubes. You can look at them as staircases, but to me, let me see, they're cubes. So here, 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 here. So we know we've get like 3 sets. So if I had a cube, I would have where would be my next one? How would I be able to recreate what is number 7? See, here's that 7th gate, right? So with the 7th gate, and I always speak about the 4th being polarity, but I went 3 here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do over here. There is no other 7. You see, we start to come down this way now. This is the basic of what I see in the Mayan art, how I understand the numbers. I need another. Just give me a second. I have to go get something. I have to go get I'll be back in a second.
I need some eraser. I need some eraser. Oh, here's a deck of cards. Okay, that's good. And oh, I got it. No. Oh, yes, yes. Oh my God. So good. I'm coming back. That is Tesla's numbers. Remember, if you use all the lines like using all the numbers, you're not going to have a result. In baseball, you know how baseball goes? You ever play baseball? Tell me what happens in baseball. I'm going to tell you what happens in baseball. Pitcher's at the mound. He knows he has four balls and 3 strikes. He's got 7. One of the positions that we must take is a position we must take is an understanding of everything. If you're going to take something from one place and move it to another, you have to have the passage to go from point A through to point C, carrying what is D? The package. P. P, the package. It must be the package, the people in the package. So where was I getting to? Yes, baseball. So it's 4 balls and 3 strikes. That's 7, 4 and 3. But the action pitch, when does the action pitch take place? Well, obviously the light is on in the back and it's bothering me. So for me, that's an action to get up and the action pitch is when it's a full house. And when you have a full house, you have 3 balls. And I don't like this showing like that. I don't like, hold on a second. Okay. You have 3 balls, 2, 2, 2, and you have 2 strikes, 19 and 19. So what we can do with those mathematics? The letter became a capital. The first letters are capitals. First letters are capitals. That's what I want to do next. We're going to talk about the capital zodiac. That's what I want to jump into next, the capital zodiac. So in baseball, it's a full house. So when you have a full house, or you have a full count, you have a pair and a set. When you have a full count, you have 3 balls. So now we know that the set are balls. And we have to know, okay, in the full count is 2 strikes. So now we know that's a pair. A pair of strikes. Now I know if it's in the 10th frame, according to the D creation, which is in the inverted creation, we have the 2 creations. We have A, B, C, which is standard creation. And then we have D4, value of 10 equaling to 1. Turning the cube on this angle over here, the 45-degree angle, which is 5 degrees below separation, CPAC, below separation. And with that said, I'm going to have to go online and look for, wow, I need my keyboard up here. So we're going to go at, let me go to
how many business payrolls, global payrolls. So I don't want payrolls. Who went for payrolls? What is that? I want temperature and degree. That's an ad. Wikipedia metric conversion. So we want Celsius. So I'm going to go minus 45. So it's going to be 49. Remember that. Minus 45 equals minus 49F C. So now what we're going to do is we're going to invert this. How do we invert this? I want to swap. And I'm going to go minus 45. And that's 42,777. Minus 45 equals to F 42.7777. Finishes with an 8. So listen. This is what we have to understand in the numbers. Where's my page? So I'm not sure yet which calculation it fits into under 7777. I do know that the basic of this calculation before the subtraction is going to be minus 45 Celsius. I'm trying to think. 777 is 21 and 7 is 28 and 36. Okay, they're running by the cycle of the moon with this. Okay, and the reason I'm going to say this is because the gateway is in the moon. The number 7 is connected by number 6. I'll show you the artwork, in which number 6, to go in between number 6, okay, 7 passes halfway through. And here is 1, 3, 5, 7. When I connect number 6, even and odd numbers, creating the rib in between 5 and 7, 5 equaling to female, 7 equaling to male. Now the question is, since our D.Na always does this, and they're always talking about alligators, and they know the strongest, something that's very strong is supposed to be sewed together this way. I don't remember what it is. But just, I mean, we can also sit the cube in here, and I don't want to get into this. Just remember that 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 3, and 2 equals to 5. BCE, Bell Canada Enterprises. That's going to be a word, BCE. 235. 30. This is going to be your basic sun creation, your D.Na. Here is going to be 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4 equals to 7. So it is the male, 7, created from the male. The only reason I say male is because the word man is when happens when the bar, rab, bar, rab, barab, barab, barab. And this, what is this? It's a M-I-T-Z-V-A-H, which if you look at the Z, it looks like a number 2, right? So when you look at that as a number 2, why don't we look at the word as I'm not sure which way to do it, but 55102. Passion. 6. You can look at this as a 6 upside down. I'm not really sure, but anyways, just let's. So we have the male and the female right over here, and everything is. This will be created through number 11. And how do you get that? Well, here you connect 6 and 5, 11, and here you connect 6 and 7. So you have 6 and 5 connecting, and you have 6 and 7 connecting. What is going to be the score between these two? Where was 1 and 2? Where did 1 and 2? Well, 1 and 2, when 1 comes to over 2, it will be connecting, 2 will be connecting 1 and 3. So it'll be 2, 1, and 2, 3. Where 2 connects 1, 3. 1, 3 is man DC 28. Where does this come in? The word man, numeric value, is the 13th letter and the first letter and the 14th letter. A is living inside of M and N. M and N are located. M and N are located. M and N are located right here. So if it's the ace located inside, which way will the ace take its stance? No, it had to be here. Where will it take its stance? Standing over M and N. M and N. This is the shortest gap. There is no gap. So when there is no gap, it gets a 5. 5 is also noted to be noted. Well, you can use 50 or 30 if you want. How does 50 and 30? Well, this is what's noted to be half, and this is what's noted to be half when you're looking at things in time. When you're looking at things in time, the value gets 47. When you're looking at things in numbers, you will get 99. But you will get 299, means you have to start here to order to fill the complete gap to arrive at 99, to fill the complete gap to get to 98. So your first two is 99 and 98. Its inversion to 99 is 11. The word 13 has a value of 99. So does Jupiter. How about the Jew? It's from the Jew Hebrew. Pi dividing into threes. Ter equaling to what is earth, resident angels. Time heaven, born into the third world of area space between day and night in the second dimension of Pluto. Pluto, numeric value 84. Reduction 32 and 12 equals to 44. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 1608, equals to what I call the seventh gate and the dividing of day and night. It is the dividing of day and night because the total is 24, equaling to a day. It has twice as many hours in the day as to the number of hours you need to go to sleep. H is for the heavens, while 16 is for the spirit. Inverted, it said inverted to its own, says the church spirit, or maybe the church mouse, if you want to look. And they come together inside of numbers. They work together, and their value is 35. 7 and 1, the gateway. But it's going to happen 4 times. 714. That's the way it works. 714 is the way it works. 1 is also noted as to be 10. So when I go 1, 2, 3 equals to 6, 1, 2, 3 equals to 6. The invert of that, is it not 3, 2, 1 equals to 4? Think about it. 3, 2, 1 equals to 4. 3 plus 2 equals 5 minus 1 equals to 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. So why did I go minus over here? This whole thing should work out. Let's see. Let's see it again. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 7 is 24. 2 and 4 equals to 6. So hold on a second. 9 plus 8 is 17 minus 7 equals to 1. I don't know. I'm just looking. So anyways, this becomes Pluto. The multiplication of 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 equals to 6. The total is 14. And that is the band of the cube. When you take a look at the cube and you check the total 2, 3, 5, and 4 equals to 14. 9 on this side, 5 on this side. So that is the band. 14. How did we get to the band? Counting backwards from what is P, the capital P 16. Right away, look at the relevance from what it creates. It creates the day and the night. It creates the greatest divide in the cube, 1 and 6 or 1 and 7. What is the other side of what 6 connects to? You see, 1 does not tell you it's connecting to 2, which connects 3. It doesn't tell you that. Just like 6 doesn't tell you it's connecting to 7. If 1 is going through making the light, where is the light going but through the gate? So this would be PLUTO 16 and 12. The first two numbers equal to the cycle of the moon, and TH for time heaven. And when there's an H, there is an I. And when there is an I and an H, we already know that there's going to be a Z, or Union Jack. Jack is number 25. Union is number 73. The total equals to 98. Heaven's birth. The star system. Starlink. Coming back to what it actually is, but now they're opening up the gates and letting us see the truth, in which what we think they're building, they have already built. They've only been improving. And if you look outside right now, go take a look at your street lights, because here where I live, since they put us on lockdown, right? Remember, this is only for entertainment purposes only, but since they put us on lockdown 10 a.m. to something like 5 something in the morning, they have changed every second street light on my street for no reason. I have been down my street many times, and in fact, they have neglected many things, but now I see they have changed every second street light. But you know what? The truth is right here. We need to learn the old science. M and N come over here. If I had to climb back up, what letters? Oh no, I'm not going to get into it. Let me just, my deck of cards just fell on the floor. Where are we again? Where are we again? I took my head off. I got off the subject. I'm very sorry. 16 and 19. What do they create? 19 is forever. 16 will recreate the birth, will recreate the past in the sky. This is where the, I'm going to show you where this is. Right here, the cube. On the left side of the cube, right over here. No, not on that one. It's over here. Let me see that this is the first cube. Oh, I'm upside down. So since I'm upside down, yeah, okay. Upside down, 3, 6, 9. Okay, it's over here. It's this one over here. 35, and over here it's 39. 35 and 39. So if you want to know where 35 and 39 is, when it comes up, 35 and 39. 37 is over here. In 37, it can be designed two ways. Okay, it can be designed as 37 plus 20. Let me see. Do I want to do it that way? No, it can be. It is 37. It is 20 and 17 that are there. 2 and 1 and 7. The gateway, the begatest. So either you leave the dot where the 17 is, or you leave the dot where the 20 is. It's the 17 or it's the 20. I don't know what it exactly means, but 17 is Q, 20 is T. Q and T. What's going on? I'm not really sure. These are where the letters are connected. This is what I'm talking right over here, these two dots. Is this the dots of time? As you notice, okay, where can I do it? Okay, let's go to a simple board. Let's go over to the far bottom right. Can you see the far bottom right? Over here. No, it's all upside down. Wow, let me go back and see if I can get a picture the other way that I like to look at. Just give me a second. Yes, yes, we're going to uncover all the little mysteries. All the little mysteries of creation, of the words. Wow, I'm not getting any okay, 1 second, I'm going to check one more. Okay, maybe let me see this. Okay, that's good. I like that. I like that. And okay. Okay, just give me a second. I'm coming back. I'm trying to look for where we are. Okay, just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm coming back. I need to add a picture here. Is it here? Wow, it seemed like everything disappeared, eh? Hold on a second. LG3. Okay, let me see this. Let me see. Let me see again. Recent files. No. LG3. Okay. I just can't seem to find it. Anyways, okay, I'm tired of looking for it. I'm just going to tell you the total of the cube completely with the dark spaces. It's 111. The value of the dark space is actually only 35, because take a look, all I did is add the y, so you can see it's 35, which is showing 3 parts, so you can only see 3 parts of what is 6. So when you connect the first two together, you have 12 in 2 cubes. When you connect the next one together, you have 3 dice showing, you have 3 dots showing, but you have 18. You have 3 and 18. Remember that. You have 3 and 18. So you have 3 dots on 18 sides, 3 cubes, 63 dots, which have 3 cubes, which have the single dot 3 times, which have a single dot ace 3 times, everything. So that's 9 singletons. Okay, you are going to have 33, you're going to have 99 voids. Okay, I'm going to show you some stuff. Show you some stuff here. Just try to just give me a second. I'm going to get a drink in the kitchen. Excuse me, I'm getting a drink. I'll be back in a minute. I notice nobody's there, so it's much easier to do right now. Getting my drink. Give me a second. On a 2-minute break. I will be there in less than a minute. The water is heating up. Okay. Okay. Okay, I am back. Let's see if we can get this done. Okay, nobody is here still, but that's okay. I was looking for something in here on roulette. ROUL. Let me see where it is. It's supposed to be in number G. Okay, I think I found it. Should I use this one? Okay.
we can use this one. Can't see on one side. Not good. Let me get the other one here. Hold on a second. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna stick this one in it as well. Hold on, I have another one. Okay, I got them both, I think. Okay, this is good. I got one more picture coming up. 1 second. One more picture coming up. Hold on. And I got one more picture coming up. And I'm not sure which one to put first. I'm going to explain them all. And I know we weren't finished. I know we weren't finished with Pluto and why 3 and 18, and it would be nice to see some questions. First of all, this is a setup of 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a skeleton on its second level of creation. This is a total of 144 area spaces, in which in the 144 area spaces, you will see what looks like connected the octagon, that within one octagon, you will see 4 hexagons, and which all the 4 hexagons are connected to the center piping. There are also what you can see as rings, and those rings are connected by the creation of, I'm just trying to see why I created these rings. And then you can see the candy wrappers on the side, where the candy wrappers on the side, although they connect 4, they interject to connect right over here, which is in between 4. Please note that positive and negative are these numbers. Please note that anything is black is an even number. Please note that that is not true. Everything that is black is yes, everything that is black will be an even number to a single digit count. Every number that is red will be odd to a single digit count. Where you see on the left-hand side, that X is where number 5 is. When you leave that X, you follow the X here and below to what I believe is where that simple line for the E world comes in over here. The only connection right over here between these two is a minus sign. That's the only way these two can be connected, but it has a minus here and a minus here. See, there's a dividing line. Am I going to count this dividing line or just use the minus sign? When is there a plus and when is there a minus? When this is created on smaller, and these are all 4x4 area spaces. I'm going to try to look at that. Is this a 4x4 area space? Or I use them all as singular spaces. I'm trying to see the size. No. Okay. Yes. Okay. It's for every single one of these blocks. Okay. Although there's 144 numbers, there are hold on a second. There are 576 squares. There's 576 squares to create this. Now, if you were here earlier on in the video, okay, what 576 is is it's a complete cycle. It's a complete cycle of 1,440 minutes. Okay, times 4 equals to 5760. When that happens, its transversion is equivalent to 2,000. And how do I equivalate this? Well, 1,440 minutes in a day. A half day is 720, and a quarter day, which is 6 hours, is 360. But then I can be looking at the 8-hour day, and the 8-hour day would be 120 minutes because the 8-hour day would only happen 3 times. So the 3 times 8 is the 24-hour day, and the 3 times 120 is the 360 that creates the day. But the whole thing is, it's not really the day. Our day goes like this. The sun goes up. Let me do it this way. The sun goes up, sun goes down, it's night, it's day, it's night. The big part of the B and the small part of the B, and the big part of the B and the small part of the B, day and night, and it's twisted. The D.Na tells us that everything is twisted. A, B, C, D, advance 1. Start in, load it, A, B, C, D, advance 2. Load it, because it's never moving. The pipe keeps turning, never going anywhere, but yet everything's advancing. They call it the auger, the AU. Now, does AU mean anything on the element scale or anywhere else as an A.U? I think something to do with gold. A and U have something so huge in common. In fact, it is so huge that I bet you nobody and everybody has overlooked it on its secondary word value. The A is the first letter in the alphabet. A is first. And when you get to U, before I go on, see, when you're first, are you number 1 or number 10? The Olympics, number 1, you're number 1 by getting all 10s. You got all 10s. How many judges in the Olympics? I want to know how many judges in the Olympics. Number 13. See, I sort of forgot what I was going to say. It's too bad, eh? But number 13 is the word that you need, that is created for, and the word is man. At the age of 13, he gets the bar. Yep. After 13 times 13, 169 moons, man gets the bar. Plus an extra 17 days. Is that what it is? You have 169 moons. 13 times 13 equals 169. Now, if that was true, but every year there is 1.25 days. I want to overlook this for a second. 1.25 times 13. So after 12 years, add on an extra 3. So that would be 16 and 16 and 1.25 days, 17 and a quarter. Wow. If that's what it is it 17 and a quarter days? 13, let me see, 13 times 1.25 equals 16 and a quarter. I don't know. All right, 12 years, right, 12. Okay, yes, 16 and a quarter. That's what it is. 1 and 6 is 7. 2 and 5 is 7. 5 and 1 is 6. Yeah, this is ironic. This is ironic. This is ironic. 1 and 6 is 7. 2 and 5 equals 7. 1 and 5 equals 6.
6 and 2 equals 8. Isn't that ironic? Because when I bring the cubes together, 6 and 2 equals 2, 5 and 1. So it's not what I say. The dictation is in the truth. It's in the math. It's in what they've created to be perfect because they gave it odds. They needed to create odds to win, to beat this. They needed to create odds. 51 creation, area Mars creation of 13. Where do we get 13 again? Let's just jump around now and try to make this a little bit quicker, a little bit neater, tell a little bit more. We know that Pluto is 84. 5760, where we're going to back it up. Where is that? Where are we going to back it up to? I spoke earlier. We're going to back it up to 1440, 2880. 432 is our vibration. A, B, C into the cycle, and then D creates the closure of it. And the closure is the year 5760 was the year 2000 when they were talking about the computer age. Now, since we live in the ABCD world, the half world, half life, we will multiply this times 5. 0, 6 times 5 is 30, is 3, is 3. 5 times 7 is, I think we're supposed to do it 4.5 times, but 35, 38, and 3, 28, 8, 30. What if I did it for, actually, I'm going to do it right here. 5760 times 4.5. That's what it is. 4.5 times 5760. So it is 4.5 cycles, 4.5 cycles, okay, that we run in order to get 25,960, in which we run one cycle of 2,000 years to get 5760. So how are we going to work that number out? Oh God, I got to figure this out. Do you follow what I'm saying? Everything is working off of what are the minutes in a day, the minutes, the seconds, everything gets divided. Remember, 180. When you see the dome, that's 180. This is the first that comes up, and this is the last that goes down. This here. That's the only real rainbow we see. When it goes down, you're seeing the same thing. You don't know if this is coming up or down. So anyways, this is day 1, day 2, day 3, our vibration, but we're now over here. We're on day 4. Day 4 is the reverse to 3. So again, I'm going to get back to a piece and a part. Is that you see this cube over here? Here's one part of the heart. Here's the other part of the heart. Connected through this one cube over here. I like to call it the diamond. But in this situation, we have 4 hearts. There's 4 hearts right here, all connected to the main grid. 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1, all connected to number 4. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Although it's 3 and 1 connected of each one of these connected up to those dots. I don't know if it's stripes and solids and how it works. And then you have over here. And in this one, it's going to be number 5. And then in this one over here, okay, it's going to be number 7. 4, 3, 5, 7. So when you're talking numbers, if you're going to go 7, 4, 7, 3, 7, 5, what number will you give this over here? Because it's a single cube. It's 1, 3, 5, 7. Now I can revert that to what is possibly going to set up over here as the 7th gate. And when we do connect the 7th gate, we have to understand that it's the ribs, the rib of number 6. You see the ribs? You see the polarity of your 1 is your 6. They're not in the same house. 1 is a rib. This is the inside. This is the halfway. The 6 is the halfway. The first connection are going to be these three over here, where 2 connects 3 and 1. Here is the first equation where 2 connects 1 and 3. The second equation is where 6 connects 5 and 7. Remember, we have to remember that over here, I'm also going to have to show you something a little bit more to this, a little more dimension. The alphabet gives it G and gives the one over here T. We have to understand T goes into this gateway, time heaven, TH. It's the TH world. TH, BH, it can be TH, C. The reason for this, time heaven creation. Do you remember I told you about R is 18? The reason for this is the 3 cubes, okay? And the total is 18. 3 cubes, 18. So it's the 3 aces on the 3 cubes. And 18, the 18 areas, the total is 63. Every cube has a value of 54. Every cube has a value of 54. If you multiply it by 3, it equals 2, 162. Let's put a 162.0. Or how about 216? Not sure if you've seen this before. If the 2 is first, it means one thing. If the 1 is first, it means something else. This one being first is going to connect to the dartboard. This one or number 20. This one will be connected to number 0. The number 1 tells me that. This one tells me it's the dots on the outside. This one tells me it's the dot in the center. Here, that's number 1. So it tells me position. Here, number 2. So I know where they are. I know where everybody is. There's only 9 spaces, and 2 are not used. 2 are not used. Only 7 of 9 spaces will ever be used on this cube. I went to 99 because the area of voided space on this is 8 and 1, 7 and 2, 6 and 3, 5 and 4, 4 and 5, 3 and 6, and I don't think I can do it anymore. Because I already got 1 and 8, 2 and 7. The reason I got 3 and 6, you see, these are mirrored over here. See, I have 3 with 6 void, and I have 6 with 3 void. 2 different situations. My cube will now go this way, to where my cube will now sit this way. So if we're using multiple cubes, in which we are, every story is going to be told a little bit different. Or maybe it's going to be just keep on going like this, because the D.Na sort of says something like that. All squiggly, nothing is, for some reason, nothing is straight. You know, when something's going in like this, right? Like a fish trying to move up the water, there's more of a vibration than something just jabbing. Imagine something that whines. How can I'm not sure how to explain it. But anyways, 99, okay, is the word 13. 99 will create this number, 18 and 81, both sides. There is more than this. There is the building of its own reflection. Inside of here, so we showed over here how this, everything connects. So when this connects over here, okay, it's all connected when it comes to number 4 over here. So when we count down from number 7, see the number 7 over here? We're going to count down another area over here, a complete area over here. Then we're going to count down another complete area over here. So what is going to be the next number from 7? I'm going to say the next number from 7 is going to be 9. And the next number is going to be 11. And the next number is going to be 13. So we started with 7 and we're ending at 13. Again, another numeric value that fits onto the Mayan calendar with the kind of art the Mayan does, showing how we build the gateway and understanding where 2, 4, 6 fit in. And where is 8? 8 is in the 6th position, but we do not count it in gematria as 8. We count it as 6. Gematria only goes to 7. There is nothing higher. Because there is nothing higher, what happens is we go downward. And where 8 shows up, okay, where 8 shows up, in fact, where 88 shows up is, okay, is right over here. 88 shows up right here. What are these two? These two is where 6 connects 5 and 7, okay, and 7 and 5 connected to 6. 6, 7, 7, 6. So now I'm going to connect the 2 6s and the 7, and by connecting that, I'm going straight down now. So when I go halfway down, I'm going to go from 7, but I'm now counting up as I go down. First I counted up, then I counted down, and I count down. Then I go count up. And then over here, I'll be moving sideways. So I'm not sure which number I'm going to count next. So when I come down, okay, it's going to look like 7, 6, 6, which is your number 19. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, how we get to the 7th gate. When we come down, where the 6 is, number 8 will be there. So if I go ahead and I look at these dice and I go, I got number 8. I got number 8. Now, where am I with number 8? What is it going to create? Why is it this one? I'm not getting into that right now, but I can tell you this is 7 and 3. This is 7 and 3. So we're talking about what I've stopped talking before about A and U. And A and U is 1st and 21st. It is the first time that first is repeated, but it is not the first time that there is another 1. There are other 1s, but there is no other 1s with ST. In Pythagorean, 10 and 19 both become number 1. In fact, in between 1st and 21st, it will be 1, 1, 1, and then 1. And the expression for 11 on the dice is alpha, beta, beta, alpha, 1221, creation, 6556.
When you take your 2 hands and go up to a friend of yours and take your 2 hands, but only one of you, cross your hands over and put your hands to your hands, you will notice that your thumbs do not touch. Therefore, you have thumbs on each side of each hand, creating what are free fingers. 5 and 1, 5 and 1, 15, 51, 33 times 47, rotation of Mars, 66, 6, 66. 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 1, 6. In rotation of 33, 3 and 3, 6, 3 times 3, 9. In rotation of the sun, 6 sides, 9 positions, 9 times 6, 54. The foxhole is what's called the passage as 6. The foxholes, I don't know what the numeric value yet of hole is. So I'm thinking, so A and U, so what you have is you have 1, and then you have 10, then you have 19, and the greatest number of all numbers is actually 19. It tells the whole story, because from 1 till 9, isn't that all we have? From 1 till 9? That's all we have. I mean, if I got 1 through 9, I can use 9 twice and go 99. AG is also, is it another agent? But from 1 through 27, it is the 1 going through 27, equaling to what? Or equaling to where is it going? 1 and 6 equaling to where it is going. What number are we? We are not number 7. We're number 6 and 3. Creation of F, creation of the half-life. A, B, C, D in school. F is what? Isn't F a good number in school? Because I got a lot of it. Everybody was tapping me on the back going, hey, good, you got an F minus. I go, no, I know. I'm proud. It's good. F minus in school. Jim, I think that was where I got most of my F minuses. No, so I'm gonna carry on. So number 99 is a void. There are 8 plus 7 plus 6. 8 plus 7 plus 6. In fact, the first 3 numbers, A, B, C, are exactly in the next deck of cards. 8, 7, and 6. And I don't like that I'm all over the place now. Eight, 7, and 6, all explaining the gateway. Why? Because there's 4 images. There's 4 images upward and 2 images down. Don't count the one in the center. Let's call that Luna. Here is the 8. If you take a look at it, see the way it goes around? One up, one down, one up, one down. This is up, down, up, down in rotation. This is the 8. If you notice, there are, why is such a light? Is there a light on? Oh, there's a light on. I knew there's a light on somewhere. Oh, yeah, okay. So where is this bright light? Maybe it's me. Hold on a second. Can I dim my light? No, that's not good. Wow, this is terrible. I'm going to try and fix this color because something is definitely not right. Wow, this is just crazy. I just... I don't get it. I don't get it. What do I have to turn off all the lights? It just... Here. 4 up and 4 down, 4 in the center in rotation, 2 up and 2 down. And the card, okay, the card... should actually be something like this. See the 2 mountains? That's the way the card should be folded. 2 separate mountains to a spot over here. It's already showing you hexagon inside of here. And the sailboat a little bit. You took a look at the 10-cent piece. Let me see where else I can look down at my paper. And why did everything disappear? Oh, yeah, I see it. Maybe a comment. Oh, Mr. Hey, how you doing? Viva l'attack pans. Hey. Let's get rid of these cards. We are going to save. We are going to save all the information in our heads. Everything we do is being noted up in the sky system. Nothing that we do gets lost. Nothing that we do ever gets lost. If enough of us want to save this world, if enough of us want to come together, we must come together to begin with mentally. Mentally, we must come together. Mentally, we must come together. That's what I believe. So where are we? So 99 is for 13.
13 is the first dot. Okay, hold on a second. 13 is the first side of the third cube. So at the least, it can be number 64 or it can be number 69. As according to dots, 21, 20. Sorry, I'm wrong. Made a mistake. It's going to be either 43 coming into it, or it's going to be 48, 43 or 48, DC or Pluto. 3 and 8 and 4 and 4 is going to tell us this. 4 and 3 and 4 and 8. The voids over here is 5 and 6. That is my void here. My void over here is 3, and this is automatically going to be 1 dot. The 8 will give me a 1 dot. So my question is always, what will the 9 give me? Well, the 9 will give me a series. The 9 is going to give me 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 5, 4. That's what the 9 is going to give me. It's going to give me the whole run. So if it gives me the whole run, did I do that right? 4, 5. I want to do it that way because here it's going to give me 10. Here it's going to give me 30. I'm just trying to see where I'm going to use this because I could be using this in a context with tennis. 15, 15. Sorry, I didn't get this right. This is wrong. 15 and 11, 26, right? 13 and 13, 26. Yes, 26. No longer in tennis. It's got to be, tennis is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and tennis would be, I need 30, 8 and 7, 9 and 6. Yes, this one is tennis. Okay, the tennis one, okay, runs with AI. This is the S. When you have S, you bring in all these worlds. 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 9 and 6. S is created through where and what begins as 11 times 11 times 11 equals to 1331. This is how it begins. From each in their own 13 will recreate what is 19 or AI. From what is 1 and 1 at the beginning in its first dimension, it will create the female. 11 times 11 will explain what the female is in its second, but in the standard level, it turns into the male. The next one is going to be 14, 6, 41, which is going to go into the sun and going to be the birth, the new birth in the fourth dimension of its creation. You can ask now, where do all these 11s come from? So I'm not sure from which page. If you want to note that 8 and 3 is 11. 9 and 2, in which, again, there is no 9. 9 are all 6 sides of this cube, which is the only thing I can see it being. If 9 is everything, okay, it could mean only the center dot. But the 2 is going to equal to the gateway, 7 and 6. 9 and 8 is what's created by Venus. When 9 and 8 is created by Venus, okay, what is also coming into fruition is 2 and 3 into the 11th house. 9 and 2, 11. So when birth comes in, it's coming into the birth gate, into creation of the half-life, because 3 dot inverts to 5 dot. So we know it's not that one. We need the one with the 8. So we turn over and we see the 1. Okay, surrounding 1 for 9 areas is 8 void. When we flip it over, we have 6 areas to 3 void. This is where the game begins on this one over here. It is the P like in Pisces. We have 11, 22. 22 is also noted to be ape. It is also V for the 22nd letter. It also creates E, the reverse letter. How is this created? This V is created by, I'm going to see which way I'm going to create it, but it comes into the fourth world. This will come into the, this will be into the 90s, and this will be in the heavens, into the 80s. Life into the heavens, rotation into the birth. In French, they express, when you get into the 20s, they express it as 4 times equaling to what is 80. The lower world and the higher world of the greatest extension. When you come into the 30s, they will mention it as 20s and 10s. So they're bringing the heavens into the standardith birth. The standardith birth is A, B, C, D. It is not ABC. ABC is 60. D in itself, if I count backwards, D is 40. C is 60. Let me see. Do I want to do it this way? C is 60. B is 30. A is 10. Do I want to do it this way, or should I mark this one 100? 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. My 200 total. 100, 200. I'm just trying to see which way I should go with this. And why I'm saying that is because A plus B plus C, okay, equals to 6, plus D equals to 100. So when they count in French, they're saying 20 and 10. They're saying 4 times 20 and 10. But nowhere do they ever say 3 times, because 3 times is standard. Is when you go to the Olympics, okay, the 4th person gets an RU, gets to come into the game. The 4th person, every 4th person gets to come into the game. So imagine if we're 8 billion people on the planet, we should have been 32 billion people passing through the planet, coming to the game to play. Meaning that what happens to the 4th person? Well, first of all, if it was baseball and 4 people came up to bat, you already know somebody's on. You already know if the 4th person is coming up to bat, the bases can be loaded. You have a chance for a GL, a grand slam, a GS. Okay, number 26, 7 and 19, the spirit of man coming into the world, AI. I'm just trying to think where I was. Just give me a second. Wow. Yes, the 4th one, the 4th person, the fourth one. What was I thinking about? The 4th ball, the 4th one, a grand slam. Let me sit up. I'm just thinking. I forgot my thought. I thought I'd make a little joke and come back to it, but it didn't work. The 4th part. The 4th part before the 4th part, the leap year is the 4th part that connects the heart. When you put the hearts together, you need the 4th part to connect the 2 hearts. One connection for 2 hearts. Or one connection starts up the heart, in which we've shown many times. And it's over here. This is a heart. And then here's another heart. And with it, we just need something in between here to connect the 2, like the diamond. The diamond connects the 2. But I was talking about something else. Just give me a second to think, please. Number 22 is 80, 4 times 20, ape life, 225. Very important. 225, shin. Sin or shin in Hebrew. The center. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Come on, Ronnie, remember. ABC standard. Once you get to D, everything turns on to the other side. I don't remember how to say it. Yes, I remember. Good, good. Good, I remember.
runner up, runner up. And what does it tell me? It tells me about the heavens H. It tells me about H. First I had S, 1 to 9, and now I have H, or A to H. We don't go all the way to 9. We can go all the way to 8. First we start off with an odd. We end up with a connecting rib on number 8. 2 connecting rib, 4 connecting rib, 6 connecting rib, 8 connecting rib. 10 is not a rib, but now we have 4 ribs on one side, 4 ribs on the other side, and we have the cross ribs. And the cross ribs come in when we start going down. First we go up, and then we come straight down.
First we go straight up. Let me show you it on the First we go straight up, and now we come straight down. And just to note, for me, in star system math, 11, okay, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse. Can you see my mouse on the screen or no? Viva la tac band, Snapcat. So anyways, 1 and 1 is 2. 1 and 3 is 4. So we go 7, 9, and then the king at a castle between 5 and 5, in which 5 is 9, as well 5 is Earth, 1.5. Remember the 1.5? We were working on this like a half an hour ago. 1.5. Let me show you something about that 1.5. Yes, Earth is 2160. That 1.5 times the value in the day, 12 times 12, or 12 times whatever for 1440, 12 by 12.0, equals to the diameter of the moon, which is the cube, and then 90 or 60, which would be saying January orange if you want. This number over here is 9. 8 and 8 is 16. 18 is 9. They're all 9s. And reset is over here. 4.5 resets plus 21 years. This is where we stand right now. Now, full reset, okay, is actually on the 24th year. This is full reset. Grover Cleveland, the 24th president, full reset. It's like you pivot. We aim for a pivot, okay? I think it was Harrison, and this is a full reset where we get to our next gateway or whatever it is. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8, and it's expressed right over here. 6, 6, and 8. 6, 8, 6. 14 and 14. We come to the ring. And notice the ring in here. I'm going to show you a new way to count the rings of the moon and how to miss the moon with these rings. It takes 4 of these. It takes 4 cubes, or 2 and 2 cubes. To create the rotation of the moon cycle, okay, there's a few cycles going on. In one of the cycles, there's going to be 4 of these. And in 4 of these, you're going to get the number 84. 84 dots. 3 connecting to 1 to run the cycle. And then 1, 2, 3, shift, run the cycle. 1, 2, 3, shift, run the cycle. 1, 2, and something like that with these 4. And then there's the one that divides it, where the 4 get now pushed out to the outside. Now onto the cross. A world amongst worlds. The 5, what we first needed as 4 basic dice. Now we use as 5 basic dice plus the area space, if you want to look at the planets that way. Then we'd have 4 planets here, and we'd have 1, 2, 3, and let's say 4 planets over here. 3, 6, 9. We'd have to line up that way. That's the way to line up. 3, 6, 9. Well, we're not going to count this one because they're rotating around that one. So we have 8. 8 times 21, 168. There are 168 hours in a week. There are 169 moons in 13 years for man to become moon. There is 169 area spaces on Monopoly, in where 168 circumference one area space. To where we get to the end of the week, and do we take off 21 for time? So if we take 168 minus 21 for the value of time, we end up with the cycle time of 147, and where our cycle time is 147. This row doubling it will create this. This row tripling it will create this. This row doubling it will create this. This row tripling it will create this. This row will only create this row. Where was I coming with this? 147. 7 months. We will regard number 7 for man on the moon. We got it for man on the moon because the 7 months are of 31 days for 217. 17 is your Q gateway. 21 is the cube. Cube. Your cube. This is going to stay Earth. This is going to be 21 for 21st. 22nd. 23rd. 24th is the turnover. It's going to be 2024 at the gateway in September of 2024. But everything must be prepared. How many months does it take for preparation? Since this is Earth quarter, it will take 1/4 of time. And that's cutting it close, which is 3 months. 3 months before, which we're talking somewhere near July of 2023. To understand, really, when this comes about, it won't be 2024. It's going to be 2025. This is when the gateway opens. We're running in a calendar. We're supposed to be on a countdown. So if I take a ruler and I want to count 12 inches, this is no good because I'm going to count down all the way to here. But I also need to count down once all the way to here. So whatever number you want to call this, it's going to be 1. So I'm going to say 12 minus 11 plus the 1. That's my 12. If I'm going 0 over to 12, I'm only going to have 12. So when we get to 0, let me just get another page for a second. Let me get another page that we had the year 2000 counted as 1. To the year 2004 counted as 5. Done. Over. On December 31st, 2004, 5 years have gone by. 30 and 19. Creation of the heavens of birth. 6. 6 is just 1 more than 5. 5 times 20% equals to 1, so it's 120%. And that will be 1 through 15, which will be 1 through 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals to 15. So that is my gap. 120, which is the spirit. Ay, 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 ay. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. You want to give me a nose kiss? You want to give me? We're talking to the world. One day I'm going to be able to handle you on my desk. Okay. So when we get to 2009, that's going to be 5 more years. So this will be the 10th year of the year 2000. So when we get to the year 2015, that is going to be the 16th year. When I get to 2020, that is going to be the 21st year, ending. We have ended the cube. So now we begin time ending 2021, time ending 2022, time ending 2023, and now time ending leap. It's a perfect year. The 366 year in expression of creation. The 3 are the 3 dots. I'm just going to look at it that way. 6, okay, is over here. And 3 is over here. So I have to somehow understand that. What am I doing over here? What is happening over here? What happened over here? I didn't do this right. Let me, oh God, I can't erase it. I can't erase it. I'm trying to, oh yes, is this right or wrong? Did I do that right? 366, no, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I was supposed to come all the way to here. Did I get that right? Somehow my artwork isn't so good. 1 second. 6 and 6, and this is 5, and this is 3, and this is 5, and this is 3. So if I'm going to take it, how would I encompass the whole thing? How would I encompass this whole thing? Just trying to see what it looks like. What is actually going on over here? 8, 8, 8, 8. I'm just trying to see what's going on. No, come on, don't start. Okay, so anyways, let's continue. That 2024 ending. Ending. This is 21. This is 22. This is 23. This is 24. When you get into September of 2024, you will be 7 months in to the 25th year ending. But it is actually ended by virtue of the moons. And we are going to go down to, if we get this right, we're going to do just the 4. We're going to do the 4. So we're going to go 4 times 13 equals to 52. We will have had 52 moons in that cycle. But during the cycle, beginning 10, 16, 2019, okay, was the 20th. We started the new one right over here. The new cycle started over here, right here. So we are going to be on our second leap. alpha, beta. So I want to count that we are going to be running into our 65th moon. Our 65th moon. That is our creation moon. But everything, everything shifts. Actually, if we're going to go through the true rotation, we're going to go through the true rotation of numbers. Okay, it's 24th year ending here because of the value of 0 is 1. The value of n over here is the 11th year. 2019 was the 20th. So we began over here. It ended in 2019. It's 121. The value of this is 121. 1 and 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 0 is 2. And 21 is the 21st. It becomes ABC. But how can I explain this over here? This is where 3 comes in. 3 takes over for 1 after oh my God, I must be tired. 3 takes over for 1 over here. 1 no longer plays the game. 1 can only play the game with other numbers, or what it is. Like, how can I express it? I don't know. I'm just trying, and I do know that 1, okay, there are only 7 times 1. There are 7 times 2. There are 7 times 3. Whoop, why am I doing this? There is 4 times 7, which is 28, and this is when it turns over. That's the polarity on the first moon. It's polarity. 1.33 of the moons. You know that's not the cycle. Come on. You think that's fair? Come on, babe. Come on. I have to move everything over. Okay. Jesus. Okay. So this is my cube, okay? Although it's my second cube, okay, it is my first complete cube, and 33% are rotation of the pole of my next cube. Because the up and down of the cube has a total of 7, and the band has a total of 14, I will say there are 3 parts of where one part totals of 66%, and the other part totals of 33%, calling 66 the ring, and calling 33 the pole in rotation, just for the dynamics of the dice, where 3, 2, 4, and 5, 14 go around what is 1 and 6. And you can do that 6 different times. You know, you can do that 6 times what is. And 6 times this would be what, 1998? 6 times this would be 396 rotation. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. This is going to be created through the world of 1, 4, and 7. The 66 is going to be created through 2, 5, and 8. And what it means is if you divide any one of these by 3, you will end up with the point decimal of 0.333, regardless if there's a 1 or 2 in the front. When you do the same thing with 258 divided by 3, you'll end up with 0.666, regardless of what the number is in front. That's how they stand. So if you're looking at this formation, this is what you will find: the ring and the cube, the stripes and the solid. And also we're going to look at hockey this way, because in hockey there are 3 periods and there's 2 intermissions. But yet in between what is 3 and 3 and 6 and 6, below is 25, in between is 50, and above is 75. What is in between? 1/2, 1/3, 1/4. 1. So what does this calculate to? This is going to be a rotation of everything but 3, 6, and 9. How do I do that? 7/5. Well, 7 to 5, if I had to look at the odds, I can look at this as odds and find something else. This is where the moon comes in. This is where red and green comes in. If you're going to relate it to darts, the green and the red, 25 and 50. Okay, let's go back to, so do you understand the concept of what's going on with the numbers? We can look at this number, saying number 14. This number will represent Earth as well as D.Na and the sun. This will represent the moon. It will represent man and rotation. It will also represent the standard cycle of what is 11. 11, 22, 33. 22 is where ape came in. 13 is where man comes in. 12 is also 21. It is the recreation of alpha inside of Venus, inside creation, inside the E-worlds. I'm just trying to think of it. I like to think as darts as 50, because if you have 50, you're on the dartboard, and that would be the center of everything. So if we split that in half, because it's a game of half and half, so the 50 would actually be 25, but instead they put a band around where the green is, showing what the actual value if the board was split in half of what 50 is. So 50 and 25 are in the center of darts. It is the OE, actually. O and E coming together, 5 and 15, 5, 1, 5, which will actually create 11, 11. You see, if I took this as the O, and I took this as the 5, and this was the 15th letter, 5 times 5, 25. 5 plus 5 plus 1, 11, and 25 equals to 36. That is your creation of creation. The other way to get to 36 is to come there by 63, and that is where 7 and 7 come into the game. This is 5, 1, 5, 15, and 5. I'm trying to figure out 5 by 15 equals to 75. Again, another way to connect to the moon. 15 or 51. 3 15s equals to 45. It is the Fox pass. 3 51s equals to 163. I'm trying to figure out where this dimension comes in. It comes in at 1, 3, 6, 1, 6, 3, 163. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It comes in between 4, 5, and 6. 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension is where this number comes in. This will create the half-life. 1 and 6, 16, 4 times 4. It is the polarity of the 3. It meets at 3.5. Anyways, so we understood the ring and what happens with the cube. Now we're going to show you something different with the cube, and I didn't finish here yet, so let me finish. When we get to the September of 2023, when we get to the center of 2023, it is actually 2024. It will be the end of 2023, will be the end of 2024. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our cycle is done. We are flipping over to the other side. This is the end of the long cycle of 5781 to what, if you tell me what the value of this is, because this is giving us a time and a date. Hold on a second. Here is a time and a date of the gateway. It's telling you about the cycle. It's telling you about the 120 pass, because 15 will relate to the pool game. It'll also relate to the gateway. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8, 15. 1 and 7 is that gate pass. It's A through G. It's all the way to the end. It's a passing. It's a portal. 84 is 28, equaling to the cycle. 28 times 3 equaling to 4 cubes, equaling to another cycle. 4 and 2 equals to E and I, meaning the full extension of what is half. Remember, a pyramid sits on the ground. If you see the other half under, you'll be counting 1 to 5, 1 until 5. And then when you count to the peak of the pyramid, you'll be counting 5 until 9, or it's just 1, 5, 1. And we won't use number 9. But number 9 will be the pole that goes right through between 1 and 5 and 9. You follow me? When you go all the way through, you go 1 through 4 and 4. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to the gateway. 53, 50, 42, 40. See the way 40 comes in at the cap? Just trying to understand this pyramid. So we're talking about a flip side of everything that can be no later for me than in this year over here. And by the way, 22 is TV, 23 is TW, and 24. Okay, it's first of all 24. The 23rd letter and the 24th letter is W and X, reverted to what is DC. You see, I'm not sure if we're running forward or backwards. I could be wrong, and the total out will be in September of 2024. But we definitely get the flip right over here. Valentine's Day is on the 14th because of the ring of 14. But it's not always 14. The reality for me is that if I can paint the picture that I see on the total dots accumulated from both sides, then every single side but 2 sides of this dice will say 5. 5, 5, 5, and 5. There are 4 sides. There are 4 sides. 1 and 2 and 5 equals 5 and 5. 3 and 4 equals 5 and 5. But 1 and 6 equals 77. 1 and 6 equals the matter of Christ. It equals to creation. Where this equals to the quarter life. 5 times 5, 25. 5 plus 5, 10. Equals to the quarter life of DJ creation. To the 7th gate. This will create 17 in its own. 35 is the quarter life created, 35 and 1. The E world of creation. This is standard. 30 is creation. So if 30 is creation, okay, to standard of what creation is, which is 60, that would make 30 and 60, 90. And along with who we are as humans, that would create 96. Do you follow where I'm coming from? We need the spirit, we need the life, we need the air, we need the elements. So we did over here, we were connecting, we're 66. Yes, I was talking about the Olympics. First, second, third, and then RU, runner-up. 18th and 21st. Why 18th and 21st? 21st is the first time ST will be repeated all the way through 1. So whether I count it up or I count it down, if I count down, I have 231. If I count from 1 to 21, it equals to 231. But before I get to 231, I will get to number 20, and that will equal to 210 plus 21. 21, 21. If I would be counting from 21 all the way down to 2, that would be to a total of 230 plus 1 equals to 231 equals to 231. And then there's the center of what is. The same way we count up, we're going to go 2 all the way to 9. We're going to go 1 all the way to 8. Isn't it funny? I count 2 to 9 and 1 to 8, but in reality, okay, 3 over to 6, this cube over here. See, there's 8 void and there's 7 void, but over here I get 9. I'm totally 9. Here I can only use 7. So what does it mean, 2 and 9, if I can only get 2 and 7? What is it telling me? I'm not sure yet, but it could be telling me that I need a minimum of 2 cubes because there is no 9 on 1 cube, unless you're talking about every single side. Now, if you're talking about every single side, now you're igniting your 21 dots and your 33 voids, in which you will create 54, which is 9 times 6 equals to 54. And you will create what is the E world, 5 in rotation to what is 69 in rotation of the Sun and Mars. The number 1, I said, will only exist 7 times in numbers. 2 equals 14, 3 equals 21, 4 equals 28. Now, the other side of that is only going to be the mirror, so we only need 28. This is going to be 1 cube. This is going to be, whoa boy, this is going to be, sorry, this is going to be 28, but it's going to be a cube and 1/4. Sorry, a cube and 1/3. Because we're only going to use 7 days, 14 days, and 7 days equal to the 28, 1 cycle of the moon. I said runner-up. I'm going all over the place. 21 and 18. Runner-up, the first, second, and third, that is 6. So fourth is RU. 18 and 21. RU. I gotta think about it. 9 and 8. It is the one spirit of the heaven's birth. Here is the 1 and 8. If I'm talking about the 2 and 1, and there is no 2 and 1, then the inverted to that is 5 and 6, or it's talking about the gateway, the 7 void and the 8 void, the heaven's gate, G and H, also equivalent to number 6. G and H equals to 15, also referring to Mars. This is runner-up. When you get runner-up, 21 outs puts the visitors in the bottom of the 6th inning. And as well, it puts the home team with 18 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. It becomes the 6th inning stretch. Mars, 6th inning stretch, 515. The E world birth, 515. Also, if you look at the I is 9, then you would just invert these dice. Just invert these dice between 9 and 5, talking about the two sides. I'm just trying to see where else I was going with this. Where was I going with this? I'm a little bit lost. I'm a little bit tired. Maybe I can find one more thing to talk about. How that's 6/6. The word passion, the word pass is 55. Pass 10 north. Where is 10 north? The EC 11 craps comes from 35. That number 35 that I keep flipping up, okay, also is a creation of 1 and 1 will create the 3, and 1 and 2 will create the 5. 11 and 12 equals to what is 23. This will create what is 6 and 5, 11. And come back to the beginning again. We talked about the pair, the set, the full house. We talked about what happens when you come up to the plate on a full count. The action pitch. Pitch can be a sound. The next pitch will have a result. Yes, I remember what I was talking about. That 4, there's only 3 bases. If you fill them all up, the next one to get on base will knock one home. Starting on home plate, 1, going around 3 bases, and coming back to home plate. 1, 3, 1. Anyways, before I end this video, and I know I missed a lot, 11 times 11 times 11. If you add it, if you multiply it, what we began with, what we ended, what is the moon, what is male, what is female, and thank you for watching this video. I left out one piece, and it's all about 1212 is actually your DNA. 1414, yeah.